channel where we meet ambassadors from different nations around the world who are based in Bangkok, Thailand. Today we're bringing everyone to meet Ambassador of Kenya, His Excellency Lindsay Kimwole Kiptiness. And we'll also be meeting Madame Pamela Kiptiness. A recap on Ambassador's background is His Excellency did an international studies and diplomacy course at the University of Nairobi in 2005. He also has a master's degree in peace and conflict study in Turkey and a diploma in national security and defense studies at the National Defense College of Kenya. He held many positions previously, such as the Director for Horn of Africa Division, PA to the Cabinet Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Ambassador had visited over 30 countries in the course of his diplomatic service before coming to Thailand. He is married to Madame Pamela and they both have a son, now in Bangkok with them as well. So that's a recap of Ambassador's background. Now, let's go meet the Ambassador. Hi, so now we're at the residence of the Ambassador of Kenya, His Excellency Kiptiness, and we'll also be meeting Madame. Without further ado, let's go meet the Ambassador. Hello, สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
Welcome.
Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you so much. So now we're at the residence of the Ambassador of Kenya.
Karibu. In Kenya, where we say Karibu when we are saying welcome.
Karibu.
We welcome you to Karibu to
Karibu.
the embassy residence, the residence of the Embassy of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you very much.
We are glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
And we are honored to take you around the residence together with my spouse, Pamela Kiptiness.
With Madame Pamela Kiptiness.
Yes. So if you see this, this is a rhino. A rhino is one of the endangered species of animals around the world. It is being hunted by poachers and people for the sake of for the horn.
Yeah, the points.
Especially in Southeast Asia and Asia region.
Oh yeah.
The horn is needed for medicinal and other
Decorations. Yeah.
Yes. So it is a protected animal in Kenya.
Yeah.
And we have very few of them remaining, but we are doing our level best as a government, working with international partners, including Thailand, to protect the rhino.
Okay.
And then this is the ambassador. This is me. When I was presenting my credentials to His Majesty the King.
That was last year in March.
No, 4th November last year.
4th November.
Yes. It was a very lovely ceremony, as you can see.
I see.
And I got all the necessary authority to promote political and diplomatic relations between Kenya and Thailand.
And cultural.
Yes, so this is a photo that I cherish, I honor. Yes. And then we have other animals like the elephant.
Yeah.
There are also so many in Kenya
Yeah.
and much of Africa. Part of our tourist attractions that we always invite tourists from Thailand, from other parts of the world to come and see. These are paintings from Kenya. As you can see, it signifies or it tells you about the kind of culture that we have, the kind of work that our people do, especially our women. And you can see the earrings that they wear.
Oh, it's very long.
Yes, and the beautiful dress with different colors.
Yeah, very vibrant.
And in Kenya, traditionally, we collect firewood from the forest and carry on our back. Our women carry on our back. As you can see, this is firewood they're collecting and carrying from the forest.
These are actually women.
Yes.
Sort of women. Oh,
Yes, they are the Kikuyu community.
Yeah.
You can tell from the earrings.
Okay. I was like, how could I tell from the photos? I see. Okay. And those are as well.
Then we also have, so these are the Kikuyu.
Yeah.
Then we have the Maasai here.
Men.
These are men.
These are men. Okay.
Yes.
And they're holding the spears.
They're holding the spears.
Yeah.
Because they live with wild animals in the forest.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
So they have to learn to protect themselves.
I see.
it has become part of their culture. Their dressing is usually red. In Kenya, among the communities like the Maasai, men wear earrings.
Oh, as well.
Yes,
But then
they do.
women has longer earrings maybe, or
All of them the
the
same.
same.
Yes.
I see.
In fact, my father used to wear earrings,
Really?
although I'm not from the Maasai.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
yes.
Yeah, the spear,
Yeah.
we can tell they are men because of the spear.
Yeah.
The spear is only carried by men.
Oh,
We
okay.
women are not allowed to touch
Okay.
that spear.
Okay. I
Yeah,
see.
it's a symbol of authority.
I see.
Yeah.
So from the photos, you can see separate men and women. The men carry the spear, and
Yeah.
women you can see maybe the woods in
Yeah.
the
Firewood, yes.
gatherings. I see.
Yeah.
So now you can tell the difference when
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so this is part of the sitting room where we
the living room.
receive our guests. Again, we are still with the animals.
Yeah.
We
Oh, different parts of the house. Buffalo.
Yes, this is a buffalo.
Yeah.
There are so many of them in Kenya.
Yeah. Do you call it Cape buffalo, or is it like African?
This is
It's an
African
African
buffalo.
African buffalo.
We also
Very
have
wild.
the Cape buffalo.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Much
get close
of-
to it.
Yeah, much of East Africa, Southern Africa is inhabited by
These
these
kind of
buffaloes,
I see.
and remains one of our major tourist attractions among the big five.
Oh, right.
In
The
Kenya,
lions,
Yes.
buffaloes,
Yes.
Elephant.
elephants,
Elephant.
Cheetah?
The cheetah.
cheetahs.
Yes. Which is the other one?
Rhino.
Rhino.
Yes,
The big
rhinoceros.
five.
Okay. And then this is part of also my
Credentials.
credentials and fathers.
Oh, I see that you have like
The Maasai.
Yeah. These are carvings done by artists in Kenya.
I see.
So this is the lady.
I'm looking at the earrings.
No, these are the men. These are
Yeah,
men.
men.
Yeah, this is
these are
lady.
men. Both are men.
Both are men.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So they also wear
Oh, the
Lots of
ornaments.
beads.
Yeah,
beads,
ornaments.
and then they also plait their hair.
I really
Very
love the
nice.
hair. It's very like
Yeah.
trendy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they spend hours and hours plaiting that hair.
Yeah, I'm
And they
sure.
can also
I'm
do it for
sure.
women.
And it's only the men who do the men hair.
Oh, the
according
men.
to Maasai, women don't.
Don't do
Women
it. Oh.
cut their hair off completely.
I see.
Yeah, so it's only the Maasai men who braid their hair.
I see. So I cannot braid my hair.
If
When
you are no,
If you're a Maasai, you have to cut
Oh, okay.
then the mighty lion.
it. And then, of course,
mighty
the
lion,
lion
yeah.
between them. This is a shield they use when they're hunting.
It's also like a national animal
Yes.
too, right? Of
Yes.
Kenya.
It is because it's in our national emblem.
I see.
Yeah, this is the dining area,
Oh, yeah.
family dining area.
I just had your tea from Kenya. So delicious. I like the taste of it. And yes, there's more if you want.
Yeah, so
yeah.
this is a small exhibition
Yeah.
prepared by Madame,
Yeah.
and she can speak about them.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Okay, these products are products from Kenya. These are coffee beans
Yeah.
that come from Kenya, and
And Kenya is actually the world's top 20th or even 19th.
10. Top 10.
Top 10. Also, probably it has moved since I researched. so top
Yeah.
of the world. So
Yes.
very quality
coffee.
coffee.
And
Since
you can
Can I see?
tell that they are Roman. This coffee
oh yeah,
beans.
yeah. It's really
These are beans.
I wish you can have the
Yeah.
but it's right.
And then we have the spices that I move around with.
Yeah,
Every country we've gone to, I carry my pilau. I don't
Oh.
forget because this
I
is
see.
a blend that comes from Kenya.
I see.
Yeah, you might get it in the shops here, but it doesn't taste the same. Yeah, the mixture is totally different. So we use it to make the pilau masala. And then these are, of course, you can get mixed spices around here, the cardamoms and other things. So I carry most of my stuff because you cannot get it anywhere else, especially this. Sorry.
Yeah.
This one, you cannot get it anywhere else. It is only in Kenya. It's called Royco
Royco
Michuzi mix. Michuzi means stew.
Oh,
Stew mix.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we use it especially when you are cooking meat.
Does it taste like, I'm not sure if you tried the Thai meat here, but this one is more dense, right? More intense, the
Yeah,
flavor.
yes,
I see.
more dense,
More dense.
and also the stew is more thicker than the
Ah,
one.
thicker.
I've used most of the Thai mixtures
it's
here.
it's not as dense, right?
It's not.
So those are who are meat lovers, definitely try
Yes.
this, and also the pilau.
Yes, the pilau masala.
These are some of the products that we hope we can promote here in
I
Thailand
see.
to deepen the trade and investment relations. Yeah. This one has been
UNESCO.
accepted as one of the 7
Wonders of the world.
wonders of the natural world.
On the natural
Natural world, yes. So this is something that in your lifetime you should make a point of going to
It's
watch.
in my bucket list. I have to watch.
Yeah.
One is like the great migration of the buffaloes and also the elephants. You know, when you see right in the let them freely walk.
Yes,
essentially.
yes.
So,
These ones are very unique because they move from Kenya to Tanzania
yes.
following the season.
I see. So it was
When it's raining in Kenya,
yeah.
They come
it
back.
is dry in Tanzania, so they migrate to Kenya where the rain is.
Oh, okay, that's
When
why.
it's dry in Kenya,
They
move
migrate
back to Tanzania.
I see. Okay, so 2 times.
So they
a
have no
year.
border.
No border.
Yes, they have no
So
border.
2 times a year you can
Yes.
go and
Yeah.
In July and November.
It's a good
I
time.
remember.
Yes, July and November. The great migration.
Book in your calendar. Come to
Yes.
the great migration. Now we're going up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, so we are now going to my home office. This is my home
Your
office.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the current situation we are facing, COVID situation. So we were instructed to ensure that we have an office at home, because sometimes we can close the office, but work must go on.
Right.
So this is the new normal.
I see.
And if you look at here, this is me, Ambassador Kiptiness,
Yeah.
with the foreign minister
Yeah.
of Kenya.
Yeah.
When I visited her in her office to bid farewell, just before I came into, or rather we came to Thailand. Yes. And then, of course, this is our national flag.
Oh yes. Can you tell
Yeah,
me what
yes.
the color symbolize?
Yes. Yeah, we have 4 major colors. The black one symbolizes the majority of the people are African people, black
see.
people. Although we have the European community, we have the Indian
Yeah,
community,
there's many.
but the majority are people of African descent.
I see.
Yes. And then the white one symbolizes peace. We love
Harmony.
peace and harmony and coexistence. We have over 46 tribes in Kenya, communities.
Ooh,
And so we believe in peaceful coexistence.
I see. Among people and also among nature as well.
Yes, yes. And then we have the red color symbolizes the struggle, the blood that we shed for our independence. We were a colony of Great Britain, or the United Kingdom, and in 1952, Kenyans of that period took up arms to expel the colonialists from Kenya.
I see.
Yes.
And that is when we have the Independence Day.
Yes, that is when we have Independence
December
Day,
12th.
December 12th. We also have what is known as Mashujaa Day.
Yes.
Yeah, Mashujaa Day is the day of the heroes. Mashujaa means heroes in Swahili. Mashujaa. In 1952, just when the struggle for independence began,
Yeah.
our first president, Jomo Kenyatta,
Yeah.
was arrested
Yeah.
and sentenced for causing rebellion in
I
Kenya.
see.
Then the green one symbolizes,
Of course, the greens.
the green, the country,
Yeah.
the nature
Yeah.
of the country, beautiful.
Yeah.
Kenya enjoys all types of climate, from the mountain climate, savanna climate,
Oh, yeah.
coastal, to the
Flat
desert.
area. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so you can get all these varieties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my little office, and that is also part of our tourism. As I told you, tourism is a major sector in Kenya. We continue to promote tourism all over the world so that we can get as many tourists as you guys get. So that's one of our tourist attractions.
So when you want to see the wonders, the nature wonders, please visit Kenya. And that is all for the residence tour. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we will be having a gift giving session, one of my favorite sessions to the ambassador and madam. So stay tuned. So now it's gift giving time as a cultural exchange to learn more about Thailand through this gift. We have to be outdoor for today because we found out that one of your favorite hobbies is tending gardens and taking care of all the trees in the garden. So today we present Ambassador and Madame with the Ratchaphuk tree, or it's the national tree of Thailand. Yeah, and a nickname of this tree is Khoon.
Coon.
Khoon, yeah, Khoon. Khoon in Thai means multiply. So, so
Multiply.
for those who have this tree in the house, it will multiply in happiness, in wealth, in everything. So please take good care of this.
Thank you, we will. Wow.
Please take good care of
Multiply.
this. Yeah, Khoon. So it's called Khoon tree. A little bit about the background for our audience to learn more about this tree. So the name of the tree is called Ratchaphuk, which means the king's flower in Thai. Yeah, so because the color of, well, this one is still a young tree, but after it grows, the full-grown size one is 10 to 20 meters. So it can be as big as
Wow.
that tree. So the color of the flower is yellow, and the yellow symbolizes the color of King Rama IX, our prior king, and also our current king, King Rama X. They're both born on a Monday. And Khoon flower is chosen as the national flower of Thailand as well on October 26, 2001. And it's no surprise that you can see this tree everywhere in Thailand because since 1987, His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej, King Rama IX, he has like a 60th birthday. So to celebrate the occasion, there's like 99,999 trees. It's planned all over the Kingdom of Thailand to celebrate his 60th birthday, and also on His Majesty 80th birthday. Guess how many trees is planted?
80,000?
9 million. 9 million. Yeah. So
On
you
his
can
80th birthday.
80th birthday, correct? Yeah, 9 because
9 million.
because Rama 9 is 9, right? So 9 million. So you can like when you drive in Bangkok or like other provinces in Thailand, you can see it everywhere. So 9 million in all 76 provinces of Thailand. This is also, I would like to tell about the characteristics of this tree as well, because like other trees, it has its benefits. So it can be used to do a herbal medicine. So herbal medicine, and also used as pillars of the house. And it's also used in many important ceremonies, such as like setting up the city pillar, which is very important for us. And in every military unit, if you see like the flagpole of Thai flag, the flagpole is made out of this tree. So very many important uses, and also the leaves, they use it as like they put it in the water and we call it like a holy water. So now we talked about the national tree and also national flower of Thailand. Maybe you can share a bit about the national tree of Kenya or the trees that.
Okay. In Kenya, first of all, I want to congratulate the people of Thailand.
Thank you.
And the royal family for the environmental conservation, which is world class. I really love the way you have planted trees all over the kingdom. It is a lesson that Kenya can learn from Thailand.
And our ecological system.
Yes. So congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir.
It is something that I intend to learn and bring to Kenya.
I see.
In Kenya we have so many trees.
Plants, flowers.
We don't have a specific tree that we can say national, but we have trees for each community associated with the region where each community lives.
Okay. I see.
For example, in central Kenya, we have the tree called the Mugumo tree. In English, it is the fig tree, and it has a lot of value for the people from central Kenya.
I see.
It is used as medicinal. It is used for for meetings whenever there's issues within the community, and it has a lot of significance with regard to the culture of the people from central Kenya.
I see.
For example, if a Mugumo tree falls down in a specific year, it means that a very prominent person will also fall in the country. Yes, so it is given a lot of reverence in their culture. Madam can speak about the Nandi flame because she's from the Nandi community.
I see.
Yes.
And what is the tree or plant flowers there?
We
Yeah, all
have,
the
we
flowers,
have
yeah.
the Nandi flame. It is here in Thailand also.
Okay, okay.
And I see it in this
Area.
compound. Yeah, this area.
What color is it?
The flowers are red.
Oh, red.
Yeah, red. And the tree itself doesn't grow too high.
I see.
It spreads the branches nicely, and it has a nice shade.
So it feels like you have Kenya in Thailand.
Yeah, yeah. For
Yes,
many
yeah.
trees we have that we find here is also found in Kenya. Like this tree here, we have it in Kenya also, and the fruits are very nice.
I see.
Yeah. So most of the trees I see around here we find it in Kenya also.
Kenya as well.
Yeah. So we are actually at home.
So you're home away from
Away
home.
from
Yes,
home.
yes, sure. So in addition to the Nandi flame,
Yeah.
we also have another huge tree called the Elgon teak.
Elgon tea.
Yes. Elgon is a specific region in Kenya, western part of Kenya.
Yeah.
And the Elgon teak is mainly found in that region.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's used for timber
Oh,
and
timber.
for constructing the
I
houses.
see. So it's very strong, big
Yes,
trunks, right?
yes,
Ah,
very
I
big.
see.
So construction, timber,
Yeah.
furniture, and also for making pillars when you're building the house.
I see.
You know, in
so
Kenya we
like
build
like
traditional houses, not from,
Yeah.
we build houses from
wood
trees.
in the trees. Yeah.
And so we normally get the Elgon teak tree to
The
put at the center.
materials.
Yes, to put the center of the house to become the center of the house.
Same.
Yeah.
So this is also like house pillar.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't
Yeah.
mention that with the Elgon teak,
Yeah.
a mature one will take about 12 people holding hands.
Really? Around
Yeah,
the
To
tree?
go around.
12 of us. Yeah, that's a mature
And you
tree.
have bunch of those trees.
And it
that's
is,
amazing.
yes, it is well protected by the government.
That's
You cannot
really good.
touch it.
That's really
If you
good.
cut it down,
You get fined.
yeah, you get fined or you go to
jail.
prison.
I
Yes.
see. And this is still a young tree. Sadly you cannot see the flowers on this one, but you can see flowers in the full bloom in March and May throughout Thailand, the yellow one. But we actually want to give you some souvenirs to take back to Kenya. So this is for Madame. It's a hairpin of the flowers of this tree, the cool flower, the national flower. Thank you so much. You can take this back.
Okay. I would love to have this one of these fine days. When I go to Kenya, I carry one.
Yes, so very pretty on the yellow flowers. This is exactly how it would look in the real one. The real one you can see.
I am waiting for this.
Yes, please,
Yes.
please take good care of it. Next up, we will go to game time with Ambassador and Madame. We'll be right back. So now it is game time. But before the game, we'd like to teach Ambassador and Madame some Thai lessons. So these are like the Thai tongue twisters, and then later on I would like you to teach Swahili language because it's an official language of Kenya. So the first one, let's start with the easy one first. Angun.
Angun.
Angun, perfect.
Angun.
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 Which means grape in Thai. Yeah, so you can order grapes in the market now.
Angun.
Okay, so let's
Angun.
increase the level a little bit. The second one with Madame first is Krai Kai Kai Gai.
Cry, kai, kai, guy.
Wow, perfect! So it means who sells the chicken egg. So you can ask in the market as well who's selling the chicken egg. Because chicken egg is kai gai. Kai gai. So it's very very close, but so you can say it very clearly. Again. Okay, and then the next one for Ambassador, this is the name of the southern province of Thailand. Ranong, Rayong, Yala.
Ranong Rayong Yala.
Yes! Ranong, Rayong, Yala. Say it fast. Ranong, Rayong, Yala.
Ranong Rayong Yala.
Ranong, Rayong, Yala.
Ranong Rayong Yala.
Yeah! Perfect.
Ranong Rayong Yala.
So now we challenge you to the hardest one. Are you ready? Oh, okay. For Madame first is ยายกินลำไยน้ำลายยายไหลย้อย
Yai kin lam yai nam lai yai lai yo.
Yes! Perfect. It means the grandma eats longan and then her saliva drips down. You cannot use that anywhere, but just so you know. So
Longan is a fruit.
longan is a fruit. Lamyai is longan. Lamyai. Yeah, now you learn a new word, lamyai. So again, ยายกินลำไยน้ำลายยายไหลย้อย
ยายกินลำไยน้ำลายยายไหลย้อย
Oh, she's like a nature Thai. Okay, so now for the ambassador. ยักษ์ใหญ่ไล่ยักษ์เล็ก ยักษ์เล็กไล่ยักษ์ใหญ่
Yak yai lai yak lek lai yak yai.
Whoa! Fast, you want to try faster?
One more.
Okay, ยักษ์ใหญ่ไล่ยักษ์เล็กไล่ยักษ์ใหญ่
Yak yai lai yak lek lai yak yai.
Whoa! Okay, so now they're all officially Thais. They can already speak Thai.
Very good.
A round of applause. I'd like to teach some Swahili slangs to our audience. So there's jumbo means hello, right?
Yeah.
Hello. And there's also nieje wase.
Niaje wazee.
Nieje wase.
Niaje wazee. It's like, how are you?
What's
No,
up?
Yeah,
How are
what's
you?
up?
What's up?
Your age mates. You can say that to your age mates. Niaje
I
wazee.
see.
Even
Niaje
students are.
With
but-
friends, right? With friends.
Yeah, with your friends, because like Niaje wazee, they're young people, but they call themselves old men. How are you, old man?
Oh, really? Oh, like, what's up?
Yeah,
Hey,
what's up?
I see.
But when you say niaje, I heard you say niaje. What is the response? The response is poa.
Hua.
Yes.
What is it?
Poa.
Niaje for,
Hua.
you know, like, I'm cool.
Ah, cool.
Yes.
How are you? I'm good.
Cool, yeah.
Hua.
Poa. Niaje poa.
Niaje Poa.
Poa.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm cool.
There is one that I expected you to have said.
Okay, please.
We normally use it to promote our country.
Yeah.
Kenya hakuna matata.
Oh! If it means Kenya, no problem.
Yes,
Right?
no trouble.
No
It's a
trouble.
peaceful country.
I see.
Kenya hakuna matata.
I see. That is all for the Thai lesson and also Swahili lesson. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next week I'll come and test you again.
Okay. Welcome.
ไข่ไข่ไข่ไก่
I want to try.
Okay.
Kaka.
So now let's get serious. It's game time. So let's start with the 10 seconds game. So here is the rules of the game. I am going to read out a question about Kenya, like general facts question, and the person who hits the bells first would answer it within 10 seconds. Yes, you have to answer in 10 seconds. But if you cannot answer it, it will go to another person. You have to answer in 10 seconds. If you answer correctly, you get the point. But if no one answer correctly, you won't get the point. And please wait until I finish reading the question and I say go. You can start hitting the bell. Okay, let's start. Question number 1. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, are you ready? You're gonna win. You have to. Okay, so question number 1 is name 3 popular food of Kenya. Go, go, go. 10 seconds.
Githeri,
Go.
ugali,
Okay, one more.
nyama choma.
Oh, she got the first point.
But
Okay.
we hit there together.
My one. My one.
Next question. Okay, so a little bit on the information of the food. So you say ugali. Maybe explain to our audience what it is.
Okay, ugali is made from corn flour. You have to boil water to at least over 100. You mix it with the flour and then you use a cooking stick which we call mwiko and you cook it for at least not less than 20 minutes.
I
And
see.
it is cooked.
I believe now that you're the chef of so it looks, for me, it looks like a white.
Yeah,
porridge,
it is.
Or like white.
We can
bread.
do the white one. We have the millet one, which
Yeah.
is brown. And sometimes, if you miss all that, we have the yellow maize.
Yellow
so we
maize,
use the yellow flour.
So it's very famous, so it's a national food.
Yes,
of
yes.
Kenya. So it says if you come to Kenya and don't have ugali, it's like you come to Thailand and you don't have tom yam goong.
Yes.
So
Very
it's like,
true.
So
You
so-
cannot go to any household without them serving ugali.
Do you have it every meal like we have rice here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
it's
okay.
eaten there.
Almost every day.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, so ugali.
Yeah,
And then
ugali.
the next one that you mentioned was the food.
Githeri.
Gideri.
Githeri is a mixture of maize and beans, and sometimes they put potatoes,
Yeah.
and it is boiled together,
Yeah.
then fried.
Yeah.
Of late, we add carrots,
Carrots.
which was not there before,
Ah.
and then it is served and eaten like that.
Okay. So the name of it is
Githeri.
Gideri.
Githeri.
And the third one that the food that you mentioned.
Nyama choma is barbecue beef.
It means literally means
Yeah.
bird meat.
Yeah,
bird
fun-
meat. Yeah.
roasted meat.
Roasted meat. Yeah, grill.
Yeah,
Grill.
grilled.
Yeah.
Yes, here we use.
What meat do you use?
We use
Beef?
We use mainly beef and goat.
Goat.
Yeah, but in other areas where it's a little bit cold, we have
Yeah.
lamb.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Nyama choma will go with kachumbari.
Kachumbari.
Yes.
It's like a salad, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the salad. The salad is called kachumbari and ugali.
And we got
Ugali.
Yes.
So those who don't know, if you have saw salsa before, so kachumbari is tomato, onions,
Pepper.
pepper. Yeah, so very
Mixed.
refreshing.
Yes. very refreshing.
cilantro.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
This one is mentioned a lot, but when I look at the picture, I'm like a bit scared. So it's mutura.
Aha, mutura is an African sausage.
Lausanne loves
It's a
mutura.
sausage.
You also mutura, I see.
Yeah, it's a sausage made from
Intestines.
the intestine of especially goat
The goat.
or cow.
Okay.
But the mixture they put inside is just meat
Yeah.
and
And also spices,
And
right? Like
Spices,
garlic.
even blood.
yeah, sometimes.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was a bit scared.
Very sweet.
But
Very
it's
sweet.
The blood
Yeah,
is
it's
cooked
grilled,
nicely,
it's grilled,
so
it's
it's brown. You don't see
okay.
anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and a mixture of
So
that.
add like the juice.
Yeah, it's very healthy.
That is all for food, so definitely have a try. Or like chambari, ugali when you're in Kenya.
Yes. Nyama
What are the
choma.
scores?
Ah.
1-0. Oh, next up. Next. Okay, next question. You have to list out 5 names. That is the timer right there. 10 seconds. The question is, list out 5 crops that Kenya is one of the world's largest producers of. Go. Okay.
Coffee,
Okay.
tea,
Tea. Quickly, five.
pyrethrum,
Yeah. 2 more.
avocado,
1 more. 1 more. Quickly. No, it's your turn. Okay.
Flowers.
Flowers. Okay.
thank you for helping me.
You get.
I get most.
Okay, you get, but he still gets the point because you ran out of time.
I wanted to hit and then I remembered you had not finished the question. Already had the answers in my head.
Okay, and then you hit it. Okay, so 1-1.
Oh my goodness.
How can you give it my marks? Mine was
Okay,
more.
Water.
1 and 1.5.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so what did you mention? So actually, you said it all during like the residence tour. That there's also tea and coffee. It's like the main exports, main crops in Kenya. So the tea, Kenya produced about 458,000 metric tons in 2021. It is the 3rd largest tea exporter in the world after China and India, which has like large areas of land. But Kenya, like it's in the top 3. Like I'm very amazed and not very far behind. Yeah. So and also you produce black teas, green teas, yellow teas, white tea, and also with the help of KTDA, Kenya Tea Development
Authority.
Agency. So you can provide necessary support for the marketing, the logistics to the small farmers, so they can bring products to the market, to the world market. What others? You said avocado.
Avocado.
Yeah.
Avocado now in Africa.
Yeah.
We are the leading producer. We overtook South Africa.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So we are the leading producer of avocado, especially the Hass avocado, which is sought highly in different parts of the world. So we export to Europe and
Asia.
To China.
and to China now.
South
Yeah.
Korea.
But we still have a lot remaining because of the market. We are trying to see whether we can get our avocado to the ASEAN region, to
Oh,
different
ASEAN.
parts, yeah.
I see.
Because there's a lot still remaining.
Oh, there's still a lot of surplus.
Yeah,
I see.
surplus.
I see. Because avocado is like healthy butter, like
It's healthy. We have the avocado itself. We have the avocado oil.
oil.
Yeah, we have the frozen avocado. We have different. Yeah, especially the oil is very good.
Very nutritious.
Yeah, nutritious and also for beauty
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You have applied avocado oil next time.
and for hair also.
And
Yeah.
hair nourishment.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the one that you hit was the
Flowers.
Yeah, we are a very important flower exporter.
Actually, Kenya ranks the 4th in the world in 2020. So very impressive. like after
At one time,
Netherlands?
At one time, we were actually ahead of Israel and Ethiopia, although they have overtaken us at some point.
I see.
Yeah, but we rank around 3-4 there.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
produced a total of over 140,000 metric tons of flowers, valued over $600 million. So that's like about 7 to 8% of the world's market. That's
Yes.
a large number. Yeah. So definitely during like maybe the next Valentine's, you might receive flowers. That's
From Kenya. We are working on that. We are going to work on that.
Yeah.
Most of the flowers go to Europe and America, but we are working on a strategy to bring our flowers to Asia. Already we have succeeded in taking to China, so we are looking at ASEAN as well. We are taking to Australia already and Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
So very well preserved because flower is very fragile.
Delicate,
It's-
fragile.
Yeah, fragile.
Yes,
So
yes,
if you are able to do it all the way to Australia, then here it's
Yes.
easy. Yes. Okay, that is all for number 2. What is the point? 1 and 1/2. Okay. So she's still leading in the way. Okay, next question is about things in Kenya or like inventions. So the question is, name 3 things or inventions that originated from Kenya. Go. Okay, you go. 3.
M-Pesa.
Okay, 1, 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. Did you get it? Okay, time's up. 2 more.
We have M-Pesa,
Yeah.
the
2 more.
we have what you call the M-Shwari, we have
Uh-huh,
Jiko,
Uh-huh. 1 more.
we have
Time's
the
up.
latest.
Okay, time's up. Okay, so this one, no one gets the point. Okay. So definitely M-Pesa, and the rest are like, the lion lights. It's very famous.
Lion lights.
Yeah, it's a light that, it's created by Richard Turere. He put the lights around the cow shed.
The cow shed.
Yeah, he invented it like, that.
Solar, is it solar?
Yeah, solar.
Solar,
Made by solar. And then also like Kikoi, so invented from. But first, let's tell our audience about, this is very important, about M-Pesa.
Yeah.
What is M-Pesa, if they don't know?
M-Pesa is a money transfer, an
Yes.
easy money transfer application
Yeah.
that is run by Safaricom.
Yeah.
Safaricom is one of our biggest limited companies that.
Mobile network operator.
Yes, and so M-Pesa, it enables you to transfer money from your phone to your mom in the village or to your father in the village. It also enables you to deposit money
Yeah.
or to receive money from someone sending it to you. And
All over the world, wherever you are.
Wherever somebody else who has the
M-Pesa.
the application.
So
Yeah, it is spreading. It is not all over the world really,
yeah.
but it is gradually gaining
All
foothold
over Africa.
in Africa and also in Asia, because I think it can also be done in China and probably even here
Oh, really?
and in America.
I
So it
see.
is gradually gaining foothold across the world.
I see.
But it's one of the best inventions because initially I would get my mom in the village traveling 20 kilometers to go and get money that I've sent her in the post office.
Oh, I see.
But
Yeah,
today I buy her the phone,
Yeah.
I put the app there,
Yeah.
and she just goes to the next shop in the village
Yeah.
to withdraw money for her use in the house.
So it's that quick. It's really quick and
Yes,
save
yes.
a lot of time.
Yes.
Save a lot of resources as well. Actually, the one who invented it is a student back
Yes.
in year 2000. Anyona Uko.
Anyona,
Uko.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
He's a student at Jomo Kenyatta
Yeah.
University. Yeah. So.
They sold it after invention, of course, they sold it to Safaricom.
Yes,
So it's run by Safaricom now.
correct. And in 2021, the Safaricom gave a certificate of copyright
Yes.
to him.
Yes.
So claiming that he's the owner of M-Pesa. And then the one that I mentioned earlier is the Lion Lights, which I think it was amazing because the inventor was only 11 years old
Yes.
when he first thought of it. So actually he's from Turere, is Maasai.
Tulele.
So as you know, like Maasai, if you tell the audience, they are like the custodians of the cattle, of the cows. You consider the cow as like a very sacred,
Important.
yeah.
A very sacred
yeah.
wealth, the source of wealth.
Yeah, and then there's a problem because there's, lions at night trying to get the cows, and then Turele family has to lose over like 9 cows a week. That's like, thousands of dollars. So he has to think of a way. So he used this light is he called it an invention that made peace with the lion. So it doesn't like hurt the lion, but also keeps the cow safe. As well. So basically, this is a cow shed, right? And then he puts the lights around, and then he makes the lights effects like someone who's holding torches.
Blink.
Blinking.
Yeah, yes.
The torches, same effect. So the lion thinks like, oh, there's someone coming with the torch. It's automatic, so
that's a good one.
Very, very smart. And now Turele goes to African Leadership University studying global challenges and then focus on wildlife conservation.
Wow.
So I'm sure he will like create more useful inventions.
Very true. So instead of killing the lions, they will actually use the invention to protect both the lion and the animals at home.
And also earlier, you gave me the souvenir. Thank you so much, the kikoi. So maybe again, it's also like an invention, kind of like a thing from Kenya. So maybe tell our audience what it is.
The kikoi is mainly used by the local, the coastal area people, and it's especially used for many functions.
For bathing.
For carrying your baby.
Yeah.
You can. Men also, because of the heat, the coastal area can use it around their waist. The women can also use it around their waist when they are cooking.
Yeah.
And also, it is something that it's multitask. It can do many things at the same time.
It was mostly worn by the ethnic group of Maasai and Kikuyu men at first, but now everyone
wears kikoi.
Actually, I want to mention because kikoi is like sarong in Thailand. Sarong is like literally the rectangular cloth used to wrap around your waist. So kikoi is as like the sarong.
So that's a similarity.
For our audience to compare. Yeah. So that's number 3. This one, no one gets the point. So we are up to 1 1/2. Okay, next question. Okay, this is about parks in Kenya.
Parks.
Name 3 national parks of Kenya. Go. 3 national
She
parks.
won this thing before.
Nakuru.
One more.
Masai Mara.
She won.
But there's some rigging here. She hit the bell before the time.
No, she said go.
I said go. She hit. Yeah.
And then the bell is near. She has got longer hands.
Check hands. Okay, I actually didn't hear the answer.
Masai Mara, Savo,
Nakuru. Okay, Nakuru. Okay, let's start with Nakuru first. The Nakuru National Park is next to Lake Nakuru. Okay, so Lake Nakuru is actually home. It's actually at the south of the south or the floor of the Great Rift Valley. Yeah, so I have to tell audience about the Great Rift Valley first. It's actually an extensive rift, which is like 6,000 kilometers long and 60 to 40 kilometers wide. It comes from like all the way from Jordan, the southwestern of Asia, down to Eastern Africa to Mozambique. And in Kenya, actually, the Great Rift, it goes through all the whole country, right?
From the heart of the country.
From north to south. And Lake Nakuru, one of the many volcanoes and lakes that grows alongside the rift. Yeah. Maybe tell a little bit more like of the park, like what is there, and then maybe the lakes.
Lake Nakuru Park is well known for the flamingos.
Because
that's the home of the flamingo. And
the flamingos come from Europe to come and breed in Lake Nakuru.
Yeah, they
really?
Yes, they fly all the way.
Migrate to Europe
they fly really far.
Yeah, to Malawi.
Yeah.
And then to Lake Bogoria, which is also a Rift Valley lake. And that is the main attraction. But also we have the home for buffaloes.
Oh, buffalo.
That has thousands of them. And then the rhino.
rhinos as
That
well.
is where we
Sanctuary.
have, yeah, that's the rhino sanctuary. That's where we have the main sanctuary for the rhino. Because they were being hunted in the wild, so they were brought to this
Oh,
park
okay,
so
that's
that
good,
they are
that's
well
good.
protected.
That's good.
And it's a home for different species of birds.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
over
lots
like
and lots.
400 species of birds. So
Yes.
definitely bird lovers, you will love at Lake
Yeah.
Nakuru. Yeah, definitely.
And then we have so many high-class hotels around Lake Nakuru. So if anyone
So
wants to
visitors
travel,
can enjoy
yeah.
the sceneries and everything. Yeah. And also you mentioned about the rhinoceros. I have to mention this as well. Is the Nairobi National Park.
National Park.
Yeah, it is where the endangered black rhinos are at.
Yeah.
So very unique. I've never seen anything like this before. For example, if you were in like, in the city, right? You were having a meeting, and then only 10 minutes drive away, you can see the rhinos. Like you
It's
can't have that anywhere.
interesting because
Yeah.
we live,
Yeah.
our home is just at the edge of the park.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can enjoy it every day.
Yeah, every day.
You can actually have breakfast with the rhino.
You
And
can
giraffe.
see it as we go to work and then when we come back to our home. And at 4 a.m. in the morning, you
Yeah.
can hear the lions roaring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Oh my gosh,
it's a beautiful thing. And then it's not, people think it's like an orphanage. No.
No,
It
it's
is
a real thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you can travel for kilometers.
Yeah,
If you get to the park by 5 a.m. in the
Yeah,
morning,
yeah.
you find the animals coming back. And then they go in the evening to look
Yeah.
for
Yeah, so,
to graze
so
and-
it's
yeah.
like us humans going to work.
Yes.
The rhinos is going
also
out to
going
work.
taking a ride.
Well, so it's very unique when I first hear like, oh, it's this close. It's like, whoa, how can the largest city be like very, like tied
It's
in?
the only city in the world
Yeah.
with with
Yeah.
a park.
Yeah, you call it Kifaru Ark, which
Faru Ark means the rhino ark.
Rhino sanctuary.
Yeah,
Rhino
there's
sanctuary.
the hotel there. We have a place where you can see them.
Mm.
Yeah, and sometimes, as
Yeah.
I told you, as we are driving to work,
Yeah.
across the fence, you just see the rhino.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy for me. Like, yeah, because as in like a large city here, it's like, oh, the closest one is like,
It's just we're just
like
lucky.
Large,
Yeah,
I see.
we're just- and the lions
Wow.
also are there.
And also lions there.
The
so-
giraffe.
And another park I have to mention is Tsavo. There's also east and west as well. So the east part is the oldest and largest park in Kenya with over 13,000 square kilometers. The east part is like, it's generally dry with like flat and dry, which the Galana River flows through. But the west part is unique. They have the lava flows. The lava is called Chitani.
Yeah.
Chitani
Chitani
means
the devil.
yeah, the devil. So
The devil lava.
Why it's called like that is
Yeah.
because of the volcanicity.
Uh-huh.
It was at one time the lava was very hot.
oh, okay.
From
So
Kilimanjaro.
It was
Oh,
flowing
Kilimanjaro.
and it killed quite a number of people.
Oh, yeah.
So death is always associated with the devil.
Ah, I see. So
so
it's like a
that's
devil
it.
is coming
Yeah,
out
the
of the
devil.
ground. So nice name, yeah. And also definitely it's many animals you can see
Oh, yes.
at both parks.
Elephant is the main one there.
Elephants?
Yeah,
Oh, I
you see them in the wild. Of course, the African elephant is
Yes.
not so kind. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like the ones that we ride on.
You don't go near them.
No.
They will get you.
Throw you around. And this one I also have to mention is in Amboseli
Oh,
National
yes.
Park. Definitely when you were mentioned earlier on the Great Migration. So there's also, it's in the southern of Kenya, located in Kajiado County. You can see, like the wild elephants walk freely, and also it's the border between like Kenya and Tanzania.
Yes.
So you can see the views of Mount
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
Amboseli is actually on the foothills of Kilimanjaro. If you
Oh,
wake
right.
up in the morning
Yeah.
at 6,
Yeah.
you just see the mountain here with snow.
Oh, with snow cap.
Yes,
on top.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Interesting. Yeah, because Mount Kilimanjaro is like the highest freestanding mountain in the world. So that would be like a great opportunity.
On the equator, and you can still see the snow.
The snow.
Oh, you will see
That is why it's unique. Because we don't have snow along the equator.
Yeah, right, because Equator is
but
hot.
on
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro
And
and
Kenya.
Mount Kenya,
Ah,
those two have snow.
I see. Because it's the highest mountain, so it should be like it's really cold. And also, you mentioned earlier through the photos, you also see the Maasai tribe and the village
Yes.
there near the.
Within
They
the
live
park.
within Amboseli.
They live
Maasai,
in,
yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
So so you can enjoy that with the ethnic groups. Is there other national park you want to mention?
We have Mount Kenya itself,
Yeah.
National Park.
Yeah.
Then we have Meru
Yeah,
National Park.
Meru.
Is also on the foothills of Mount Kenya.
On Kenya.
Then we have Samburu.
Samburu.
Actually, in Kenya, we have two types of parks called the national reserves,
Yeah.
or other game reserves,
Yeah,
and national park.
I see.
National park is more confined
Yeah.
and more controlled than a game reserve.
I see.
A game reserve, animals can graze. People's
Really?
animals can graze inside.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
together.
Yes,
Yeah.
together.
Oh,
Together.
okay. Okay,
Yes.
I don't want to graze, but like
The cows,
I
the
see.
zebra,
I see.
Yeah.
giraffe.
Together,
Somebody
coexisting.
has
Oh my god, it's
goats.
like for someone who loves animals, it's
Yeah.
like heaven, you know, like,
Yes.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
close to town.
Yeah.
And lastly, I want to have a note for the audience about wildlife and nature conservation. So based on the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, so deforestation has affected Africa twice the world rate. And Africa loses more than 4 million hectares of forest per year. So 1/3 of it is pasture and like 1/5 of it is like the forest. So let's do as much as we can to preserve nature, push for more protected areas, protect these animals, to conserve the biodiversity for the next generation, for next students to see the rhinos and the elephants and everything. So yeah. So Madame, congratulations, you win the game.
Make sure we have round 2 so that I win.
We have to come to the
Yes, we have to do round 2.
So yes, that is all for the game part. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you, Madame. Thank you so much. Next up would be the Q&A with Ambassador Kiptiness. So stay tuned. So our final part here is Q&A with Ambassador Kiptiness, and in the Q&A session we are selected questions from a variety of groups. For example, like Thais who have been to Kenya, expats living in Thailand, and questions from our Facebook and Twitter. So they're all asked, what one question you would like to ask the Ambassador of Kenya? But firstly, please share, Your Excellency, your background, where you're born, and your path in becoming the Ambassador.
Thank you. I was born in a village, a little village called Kartur
Sure.
in Marakwet, East Sub-County, Elgeyo Marakwet County, Rift Valley region,
Oh, Rift Valley.
which is about 600 kilometers northwest of Nairobi. Nairobi
Yes,
City,
yes,
our
yes.
capital
So,
city.
I see.
Yes, 54 years ago.
54 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, now we know your age. Okay.
Yes. And I went to school in the village, in the normal African setup, where the school is about 10 kilometers. We have to run every morning
Oh, I
up
was
the
really
hill.
late.
Otherwise you'll be late. And one of the reasons why we have so many people in Kenya running today
Yes.
is because of that background when they are young, running to school up the hill.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so I come from the Kalenjin community.
Yeah.
And in Kenya, most of the world famous runners are from the Kalenjin community, and it's because of the background where they come from. Running to school, running back home, in the morning, running to school. Yeah, so after graduating, I went to teach in school in rural Kenya, in Elgeyo Marakwet County.
I see.
I went to teach history and geography.
Oh, okay. Great.
So basically, I became a high school teacher.
I see.
And then after 2 years of teaching, I transferred my services to the presidency. Yeah, so I became a district officer
Okay. And then you transfer to external.
to the external affairs or Minister of Foreign Affairs
I see.
as a foreign service officer. I worked in the Minister of Foreign Affairs headquarters in different departments. I have worked in Botswana, Kenya Embassy in Botswana. I've also worked in the Kenya Embassy in the Sudan as the Deputy Ambassador.
Right.
And then I went back to Kenya again, Minister of Foreign Affairs. I headed different departments again. In our foreign service, they post you to a Kenya mission abroad for 4 years.
Yeah.
You come back, work in the ministry for 4 years, go
then
back 4 years,
backward,
like
back and
that.
forth, I
Yes,
see.
back and forth, back and
So
forth.
you have the best of both worlds.
Yes.
I'm very interested though, during your posting in Sudan, was it during the Sudan like crisis.
Conflict,
Yeah,
yes,
conflict
yeah, yes.
at the time.
Yes,
yeah, I'm
precisely.
very intrigued on. You had the chance to work on like the peace process.
Peace agreement,
yeah,
peace process.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In this, and before going to being posted to Sudan,
Yeah.
the peace talks
Yeah.
between the Sudan People's Liberation Army
Yeah.
and the government of Sudan,
Yeah.
the peace talks were being held in Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's, okay.
Kenya was the one which was spearheading the peace
like
process.
the negotiator.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I happen to have been part of the negotiating team from the Kenyan side in Kenya.
Wow, that's very
Yes.
interesting.
So in 2005,
Yeah.
2005,
Yeah.
a peace agreement was signed in Nairobi.
Nairobi, I see.
Yes. And so after signing the peace agreement, all the parties went to Sudan to implement the agreement. And then I was now posted
Yeah.
to Sudan to follow up on the agreement.
Oh, that's very unique because you get to see all the whole process.
Yes, and also the
Wow.
implementation.
I see.
Yes, so in Sudan, I was a delegate, or I was a member of the Assessment
Yeah.
and Evaluation Commission
Yeah.
that was set up by IGAD to oversee the
Yeah.
implementation of the Sudan Comprehensive Peace Agreement. Until 2011, South Sudan became an independent country. Then I came back to Nairobi.
Wow. So
Yes.
you're the part of the team that made like peace happen.
Yes,
So
in Sudan.
maybe can you talk about like peace a little bit as like a diplomat? What does like peace means to you? And I'm very interested in like the practical use of it because mostly it's theory, as you learn in schools, in courses, and in terms of for example, Sudan's case, is it more or less aligned with the theory, or is it very very practical in how they're implemented?
In the Sudan,
Yeah.
I had the chance to meet the people affected by the war.
I see.
I had a chance to travel to the villages to see women and children
Yeah.
who have been affected by
Oh.
by the war between the two sides,
Yeah.
and sometimes they would speak to us and tell us how they have lost their people to the war, how they have lost their livelihoods, how they are lived in exile as refugees or IDPs.
Yeah.
So practically, when we signed the peace agreement in Nairobi and we went to the ground, the people of South Sudan were very happy that at last the guns were silent
I see.
and they would go back to their homes, go back to their farms and start, growing their own crops, their children going to school
Raising families
and raising
all.
new families,
Yeah.
and generally going to to education and building new cities and new towns. So peace became a practical thing in the Sudan. Previously they were hearing about peace talks in Kenya, peace talks in Djibouti,
Yes,
peace
yes.
talks in Uganda,
Yeah, I've got
but
you.
finally when it was signed,
Yeah.
they saw it in Sudan because the guns fell silent, no more killings, and the people of South Sudan and people of North Sudan, they came together as a family and lived together in Khartoum and in other parts of the Sudan.
So this is a very tangible action.
Yes.
Like, on process.
Yes.
Because once there was like all violence all over, gunfires, there's no peace at all. But once it's signed, it's cancelled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if audience haven't caught up, so we are talking about the Sudan and also the Somali
Peace processes.
peace process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
very unique. Like I feel like this is like the core of being, a diplomat.
Yes, especially in that part of the world.
Yeah.
The same thing with Somalia. Somalia is our neighbor,
Yeah.
just like Sudan.
Yeah.
So if there is no peace in Somalia, there is no peace in Kenya. If there's no peace in the
Oh,
Sudan,
I see.
there's no
So
peace in Kenya.
as well.
Because we have refugees coming from Somalia
right.
because of where their
Affected.
country.
It's affected.
Yeah, so it affects our society.
I see.
We have spent a lot of money to
Yeah.
host the refugees.
Oh, okay.
The refugees
okay.
have also impacted
The,
on pressure on the environment.
and
And the environment,
and
yes.
Then, the country as a whole, because of
Yes.
course it's a neighboring country.
Yes,
So
yes.
so it's a matter of all.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not just one country. So
And there's also the danger of illicit arms, illegal weapons coming into Kenya from these war-torn countries.
I see.
And they can be used in Kenya
I see.
to
Harm
cause
people,
violence,
yeah,
harm
yeah, yeah.
people,
I
do robberies.
And you also worked on the weapons disarmament.
Yes,
as well.
yes. We are still working on that because
Still, yeah.
the Horn of Africa is a large region and there are so
yeah.
many small arms and weapons,
Yeah.
and we have to mop them up. We push for a peace process, and
Yeah.
once we sign the peace agreement, then we ask them to surrender their weapons.
Yeah.
Once they surrender, we have to get these young people who are fighting in the bush
Yeah.
to do something economic.
Oh, okay.
So we have to look for resources
I
to
see.
create economic
To
opportunities
create
for them.
jobs for them.
Jobs for them.
Instead
yes,
of like
yeah.
go to create
Yes.
violence, they have something
Yes.
else to do
Yes.
for productivity of the country.
Exactly.
I see. Wow, thank you for like a great summary of the whole, because I'm very interested in like especially the peace process, which is definitely the core of being ambassador and diplomat. So
Yes.
yeah,
So,
and into the next questions on the nationality. So, what does being Kenyan means to you? Why are you proud of being Kenyan? And how has your career as being an ambassador or diplomat shaped the definition of being Kenyan?
being Kenyan is a very unique thing for me. I am very proud to be a Kenyan.
Yeah.
Kenya hakuna matata.
Yep.
It is my country where I was born.
Yeah.
I was raised,
Educated.
educated. I found a job there.
Yeah.
I even found a wife there.
Oh yeah. Provide everything.
Yes, so it is
Yeah.
it is my everything.
Yes.
And I am proud to be associated with my country, in whether I am at home or abroad. I speak proudly about it. I always tell Kenyans, you must stand with your head high, and you must be firm and fight, protect, and project
Oh, right.
our country, the image of our country. Even if we have problems at home, we don't fight over our issues in front of the world.
I see.
We solve our problems at home peacefully.
Yeah.
When we go out to the world, we speak as one.
You communicate
Yes,
to the world.
yes. So to be a Kenyan is something that I will always pride myself of. That I will always fight and protect the interests of Kenya, both in my capacity as ambassador,
Yeah.
but most and more important, as a Kenyan citizen, an appointee of the president. So wherever I go, whatever I do it with a sense of pride, because it is Kenya that made me. Kenya made me what I am.
Wow.
Yes.
Nicely summed up. I have to clap for you. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So as like a citizen of a country, whether you're an ambassador or you're like a police or teacher, whichever, so you are
Yes.
serving your country as a whole,
Yes.
that raised you up.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about our relationship between Thailand and Kenya.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Exactly.
So this year we celebrate the 55 years of bilateral relations between Kenya and Thailand since 1967.
Correct.
Yeah, and Kenya is Thailand's largest trading partner in East Africa,
Yes.
while Thailand is also Kenya's key partner in Southeast Asia, in
Yes.
ASEAN as well. So let's talk about our relations between in trade and economy. So Kenya's economy is the sixth largest economy in Africa by nominal GDP. And the question to Your Excellency is, what is the cause of this economic growth in terms of policy, and how can Kenya prepare for the next upcoming years?
We have a vision, Kenya Vision 2030.
Okay.
Kenya Vision 2030
Yeah.
is what has been guiding us
Yeah.
as the key framework for the development of our country. Within that vision, we have divided Kenya into various sectors, like manufacturing, like food and nutrition security, agriculture, blue economy,
Blue economy.
SMEs and MSMEs, that is
Small business, and like,
medium and small
medium
businesses,
size.
because we believe that, for example, SMEs are the backbone or the stepping stones for any manufacturing to happen.
I see.
I have seen that in Thailand. There are so many SMEs in Thailand.
Yes, there is.
I plan to visit the Eastern Economic Zone just to see how Thailand is doing in terms of progress in manufacturing.
I see.
Since we're talking about trade and investment relations between Kenya and Thailand,
Yeah.
we see Thailand as a great manufacturing hub in the region.
Oh,
Most of the products we buy from Thailand
Yeah.
are manufactured products,
I
like
see.
medical devices, like motor vehicles, auto spares, auto spares, computers,
like equipment.
yes, and agricultural equipment, tractors and the other
Tractors.
farm implements.
I see.
They are manufactured here,
I see.
and so we buy a lot of them.
I see.
We also want to do the same. We want to become a manufacturing nation. We want to ensure that we attract Thai investors to come to Kenya so that they can also manufacture in Kenya for the East African community and for Africa.
I see. Because you have the resource, you have the people, you have the
We have the
areas.
resources, we have
Yeah.
the
So it's ready.
we have the infrastructure,
Yeah.
we have the skilled people. Remember we talked about M-Pesa, that
Yes.
is an innovation in
Yeah.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Today we are building an ICT hub that we
Connects,
sometimes like calling it the Silicon Savannah of Africa.
Oh, like Silicon Valley. You know,
Yes,
like
yes, like the
Savannah.
Silicon Valley of
Okay.
California. We want to have our own
Yeah.
California in Kenya.
I see.
When Thai investors come to Kenya,
Yeah.
they invest in Kenya, they will sell to the East African community duty free.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Yes,
it's economically like really
Yes.
great. It's duty free. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we are guided by Vision 2030, and then within that Vision 2030, we have picked 4 agenda items, which I've already mentioned. I said manufacturing, I said food and nutrition security, affordable housing.
Oh, house.
We have a shortage of 500,000 houses for
Yeah.
middle and lower level income earners.
Okay.
Then we have universal health coverage.
Oh, health.
Without a strong health system,
Yes, we definitely need.
the economy cannot grow. We don't have healthy people, you cannot get
You
innovators.
cannot have healthy business if you get
Precisely,
healthy people.
precisely.
Yeah, yeah. That's so the
yeah.
four
Yes.
that we want to touch on. Is there other exports that maybe future Thai investors can look into from
Yes,
India?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Apart from the other seafood, sea products, of
Yeah.
course, we buy. We also export crabs,
Oh, crabs.
Crabs?
Shrimps.
shrimps, lobsters.
Lobsters.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
I know some Thai importers who buy lobsters from Kenya,
I see.
and the giant crab, which is also found in Kenya. I see a lot of importers of gemstones,
Gemstones.
like gold
Right.
and savorite.
Oh, okay.
Savorite is from Savo. You mentioned Savo during your discussion.
yeah.
The East Savo and West Savo.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a gem there called Savorite. Very beautiful.
Oh,
That
okay.
is also
like unique to the Savo.
yes, to Savo region. That's why it's called Savorite.
I see.
So these are some of the products that come in. You Thai buyers also import soda ash
I see.
Soda ash?
Yeah, yeah.
and mineral sands and coffee.
Of course, coffee.
Of course, don't
You
forget
need to
coffee.
run with coffee.
And coffee is
Tea.
something that I intend to run away with in this country because I have done some survey
Yeah.
and they really love our coffee. It's
Yeah.
just that they told me it is in small quantities.
Oh, okay.
So I need
okay.
to create conditions
Right.
for dealers in Thailand to buy directly from farmers in Kenya. I don't want them to use middlemen because when
No,
they use
cut it
middlemen,
out, cut it out.
the price goes up.
True, true.
So I want to create a network for coffee roasters in Thailand and coffee farmers in Kenya so that they buy directly from them. And so therefore we get more to come into this country.
That's a great idea because it's more like more surplus can flow in and then we can ask for like more demand.
Yes, yes, the demand will go up. Yeah.
How do you foresee the future trends in the next 10 years between Kenya and Thailand?
I see a positive trend. I am going to push
Yeah.
for the two countries to deepen cooperation.
Yeah.
We have to be aggressive. The Kenyan side must be aggressive. The Thai
Thailand
side must
also
be aggressive.
Yeah.
I have told this to my colleagues in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs
Yeah.
that we need to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Africa is a rising continent.
Yeah.
Thailand is a manufacturing nation. They need to go to Africa more aggressively because of the market that is growing. 1.2 billion people in Africa, 450 million middle class.
Right.
The purchasing power is going up.
Oh, right, right.
in 2020, 46% of imports into Africa, specifically Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and Egypt, came from Asia.
Oh, so we are the new economy,
Yes.
like rising,
Yes.
the growing.
Yes.
I see.
And so the next place of growth will be Africa. So Thailand, Thai investors need to go there before or
the rest of the world.
don't wait for China or the others to
Okay,
go.
we have to be first.
Yes,
Okay.
by the time you come, maybe everyone will be already there.
Yeah, first mover advantage is very important.
So I'm talking of aggressive promotion. We need to do trade delegations. We need to connect chambers of commerce and industry of Thailand and chambers of commerce of Kenya.
Kenya.
We are going to hold a joint commission for bilateral cooperation
Yeah.
between Kenya and Thailand in May here.
Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah, hosted by the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Okay. that's
And we are going to sign a number of frameworks
Yeah.
like cultural cooperation,
Yeah. Tourism.
tourism cooperation.
Yeah.
We are going to sign something to do with environmental conservation. We want to learn about the circular economy in
Here,
Thailand.
yeah.
We are going to sign agreements to do with promoting
Trade.
technology,
Oh, technology.
and then trade promotion and protection of investments. We already have several agreements like the universal health coverage, which we signed in 2019. And Thailand has been a very good friend in supporting Kenya's health system.
I see.
We have young Kenyan doctors training in Thailand
Oh,
at
okay.
the master's level.
Okay.
And once they finish their training,
Right.
they take the knowledge back to Kenya. Technology
Also
transfer
to-
back to Kenya.
To spread the resources.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and the knowledge that
Yeah.
they acquire
Yeah,
in
so
Thailand.
apart from like, it's a very holistic view of it, so very
Yes.
well-rounded. So apart from like only trading goods and all, we also trade through knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah, training also throughout in all industries, like
Yes.
medicals to
Yes.
create a strong economy
Yeah, precisely.
in both countries.
Yes, yes. Including environmental conservation. We have the climate crisis. It is affecting Thailand as much as it's affecting Kenya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So we have to definitely work together. So collaboration is key
Yes.
to all. Yes, so that is all for the economy session. And next up would be on tourism, one of
Tourism.
my favorite topics. Tourism in Kenya has grown over the years, especially in 2018 and 19,
Yes.
with over 2 million foreign visitors, which was over 1/3 increase from 2017. So 30% increase.
Yes.
So the question is, if you were our guide for a week or more, where would you recommend us for a visit?
Wow.
Can be a mainstream place or like place that's very special to you in Kenya.
Definitely, you will have to go to the whole of Kenya because the whole of Kenya is special.
Yeah, true.
As I told you earlier on,
Yeah,
Kenya enjoys all the types of climates that other countries don't enjoy.
true.
We have snow-capped mountains.
The savannas.
Then we have the savanna. We have the forest. We have the tropical forest. We have the equatorial forest around Lake Victoria region.
Right.
And then we have the beautiful coastal
I see.
coastal
Areas.
region. Our water is clear and blue. You can see through it.
Crystal clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can see through it.
The fishes and like
Yes.
the plants.
And our sand is very clean. The sand is very clean and white and beautiful. So you can enjoy the sandy beaches, the pristine beaches of Mombasa, of Lamu, of Watamu, and other parts of the coastal region. And then we also have golf course,
Oh, golf.
golf tourism.
Yeah.
Golf tourism is growing. As we speak today, there is an international golf tourism for women golf
Oh,
tourism.
really?
Just
Oh,
women.
interesting.
Just
Okay.
women alone.
Wow. I see.
In Mombasa.
In Mombasa.
So you do your golfing,
Yeah.
you go to the beach,
Beach. Oh, I see.
and then
you go shopping.
you go to, yeah, of course you can go shopping.
Yeah.
You can also watch the wild animals, the giraffes just
Oh,
nearby,
okay. That's
just
so
within the
perfect.
golf area.
Yeah.
So you play your golf and watch the
Animal
giraffe.
watching.
We have the safari rally,
Yes.
world famous safari rally that has been there from 1952.
Wow, very long.
When the Queen of England, the current Queen Elizabeth,
The Queen of
became queen, she was in Kenya.
Oh, okay. Her
She became
Majesty
queen
went
when she
to-
was in Kenya
Oh,
as a
she-
young lady.
Ah, okay. I
Yes.
see, I see.
And so we started the safari rally to celebrate her ascension to the Queen of England. Since 52, We have had Safari Rally. Last year we had it in June. And world famous Safari Rally drivers from Argentina, from Japan, from Sweden,
Wow,
from
so
the UK,
globally, yeah.
and many other parts of the world
Yeah.
came to compete. I hope that next time we can have
Thailand!
a Safari Rally from Thailand.
Yeah, please.
Yes,
Please
yes,
sign up.
yes.
Please sign up for it.
And with the Safari Rally, you combine with tourism.
Right.
So you come for your Safari Rally in June.
Yeah.
After the Safari Rally,
Yeah.
you can go to the Masai Mara to watch the great wild beast migration.
Ambassador already planned everything for you. You just follow. Okay.
Yes.
During June.
Yes.
Okay. The Great Migration.
So you have a chance to kill two birds with one stone.
Yes. Exactly.
Safari Rally, you win.
Yeah.
After that, you go for holiday.
For a holiday.
And of course, the highlands of Kenya have rich volcanic soils. So we have agro-tourism.
Agro-tourism.
Yes, you go to Kericho, you go to Limuru, you go to Nandi Hills. You can see the volcanic soils
Yeah.
that produce the best tea in the world.
And also coffee.
And the
Yes,
coffee,
yeah.
and the coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, so we have agro-tourism
I see.
in the highlands of Kenya.
Which should be very encouraged because in these, not only Kenya and countries in Africa, but all over the world, we are promoting ecological tourism, where people can go and enjoy nature and actually preserve nature.
Of course, we have bird watching. It's,
Oh, bird
it's a very popular activity,
Yeah.
tourist activity in
Yeah.
Kenya. We have many tourists from Europe who just come to Kenya to do bird watching.
Is there a month to watch, or is it?
The birds?
Yeah.
No month. You
Okay,
can watch
okay.
from January
I
to
thought, okay, so
December.
all year round you can,
Yeah.
and just come in June, so you can hit three birds
Yes,
with one
yes.
stone. Okay.
Of course, the migration, the wild beast migration
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
July and November. Yeah.
So come across to Tanzania and go back to
Yes.
Kenya.
And maybe one last thing about tourism.
Yeah, yeah.
We have an East African tourist circuit. So
I
you can
see.
actually visit Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Uganda using one tourist visa.
Oh, only one.
Yeah, just one.
Oh,
One
okay,
tourist
that's
visa.
great. That's
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So if you want to do a long safari,
yeah.
you can do a round from
Round
Kenya,
trip.
go to Tanzania, go to Rwanda, come to Uganda, back to Kenya, and then back to Thailand.
Ah, I see. See, Ambassador already planned everything out. You just follow. So I also want to touch on like the mainstream city that people would normally go to, like Nairobi, of course, the Kenya's capital city, located in the southern, middle part of Kenya. It's home to the urban and financial district, of course. But as I mentioned earlier, there was also a reserve for endangered black rhinos, as well, and home to the giraffe and zebra. And there's also an elephant orphanage operated by David Shedrick Wildlife Trust. He's like an animal, conservationist, and also
Yes.
his wife created this as well. For those who are into elephants, so please visit Nairobi. And the second largest city in Kenya is Mombasa.
Correct.
Also already mentioned, it's the second largest city, world
The
class.
famous
yeah.
tourist center.
Yeah, and world-class beaches and resorts. And the visitors also come to see Fort Jesus.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
It's
for
declared
Jesus.
as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2011. So it's very well preserved. So almost untouched of the 16th century Portuguese military fort.
Yes,
So you
yes,
can
garrison,
also it was declared also a national park in 1950
Yeah.
before Jesus. In summary, Kenya is like home to like nature lovers, and you can enjoy activities like playing golf, and then go during the the summer season, June, and also like during November. In the Great Migration. And
Yes.
another one I have to mention, for those who are also a geography teacher,
Yes,
Nanyuki sits right at the equator.
right on the equator.
Equator.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
if
yes.
you want to stand on
the equator.
go to Nanyuki,
Yes.
stand on the equator.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's where people go to climb Mount Kenya as well.
Yeah.
In
yes,
Nanyuki.
yes.
So that is all for the tourism. Okay, and then lastly, last topic is on culture. In this topic, please share your favorite influential people of Kenya. Can be like authors, artists, musicians, athletes, runners, and so on. Yeah.
Okay, I have two in mind. One is an athlete,
Yeah.
and his name is Eliud Kipchoge.
Eliud Kipchoge.
Yes, Eliud Kipchoge is famous for a phrase that he came up with called
Yeah.
No man is limited.
No man is limited.
No man. No man is
Oh,
limited.
no man is limited.
Yes.
I see.
Eliud Kipchoge is the only human being to have run a marathon under 2 hours.
What?
Under 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
During the Ineos challenge or Ineos marathon,
Uh-huh.
he ran 1:59.
Kilometer?
Yes, 1 hour 59.
Oh, 1 hour 50.
Yes, minutes
I see, minutes. I see.
under 2 hours.
Wow, that's really fast.
He's also the only athlete to have defended a Olympic marathon record.
Yeah.
He won it in Tokyo,
Oh, he wanted to.
and he won it 4 years before and 4 years before.
So,
So
how
he's
many
up-
Olympics total?
Three?
Three.
Yeah, to have won and retained.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then to have run under 2 hours.
I see, I see.
His phrase of "no man is limited"
Yeah.
has really inspired the
The
rest of us,
Yeah.
especially the young athletes in Kenya.
The runners.
If you go to Kenyan villages today,
Yeah.
everyone is running. Every child,
Really?
small one,
oh
is
my
running
gosh, okay.
to become Eliud Kipchoge.
So Olympics, be careful.
Yes.
Kenya is coming.
Yes.
Kenya is coming.
In fact, don't even be careful. Don't come.
Don't come at all. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
to win.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to mention another runner, Kenyan distant runner,
Yes.
Kipkeno.
Kipkeno. Yes. Now we have the young one who was inspired by that one. The
What
one
is
called
he?
Eliud Kipchoge.
Oh, okay.
The one I've just
Kipchoge,
told
the
you
one
about.
okay,
Yes.
okay. So this is like the original.
The
Like
original.
the
Yes.
main.
Who inspired this one?
This one, okay. And
Yeah.
Kipchoge, he's going to inspire the next.
Yes.
Yeah,
The next Kipchoge. And the next and the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of the two Kenyans, you want to?
The other one is
Yeah.
Professor Wangari Maathai.
Margareta,
Yeah, she's an environmentalist.
Yes.
She's a Nobel Prize winner,
Yeah.
2004.
She's the first
peace.
African woman to win a Nobel Prize.
Thank
Prize.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like Africa, like Kenya should be very proud.
Yes,
like
we
the
are very
first-
proud of her.
The very first of the whole continent is
Yes.
from Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And so she has inspired environmentalists in Kenya. She has inspired children to study environmental science. She has inspired children to plant trees in schools and in their villages every year.
Every
We
year.
have ceremonies of tree planting all over the country because of this woman called Professor Wangari Maathai. She could even stand government officials who wanted to
Yeah.
convert Uhuru Park to put buildings in Uhuru Park.
Yeah.
She stood against the government. She
Oh,
said no.
no. Okay.
And today,
Yeah.
because of our efforts in the 80s,
Yeah.
we have a park that has been preserved within Nairobi itself. Because she said
Oh.
no buildings there.
I see. So she said stop
Yes.
all the buildings
Yes.
with
Yes.
green.
And during our Independence Day on 12th of December,
Yeah.
we planted trees in a government forest in Nungnoj, and we
Yeah.
named it Professor Wangari Maathai in
Oh,
remembrance.
that's very sweet. That's
Yeah.
very sweet
Yes.
because she won the Nobel Peace Prize, especially because she's very courageous, going
Yes.
against the former oppressive regime in Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, and that her oppression is known nationally and internationally as well. So she's the
Yes.
inspiration of the fight for democratic rights. And she's very unique because she's the first Nobel Prize winner, Nobel Peace Prize,
Yeah.
as an environmentalist,
Yes.
to contribute on the sustainable development and democracy and peace
Precise.
with nature. So very unique, like very proud. We should be
Yes.
very proud.
She died of cancer,
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
but even when she was diagnosed with cancer, she said, "I will never be unbowed.
Ooh,
I
she's
will
a
never
fighter.
give up." She's a fighter.
She's a fighter.
And so she has inspired many Kenyans to say,
Yeah.
even as we are unbowed, we are unbogable, we are unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we can win over the
Yes.
world. Very
Yeah.
inspired. And the third person in for Kenyan.
Oh, okay. Third person is of
Yeah.
course Jomo Kenyatta,
Okay.
our first president.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
We are. I am where we are.
Yeah.
Kenyans are where they are
His
because of the freedom
Mm.
that Jomo Kenyatta, together with the Kapenguria Six, stood up against the colonial masters and said no. Said we must get back our land. We must get back our freedom. So he went to prison for
Oh,
7 years
yeah.
because of us.
Yeah.
Many of the Mau Mau fighters were killed in the forest, they were killed in their homes, they were killed in many places, they were tortured, put in concentration camps by the colonial powers. But despite him being in prison,
Yeah.
the others who were in the bush, they fought
Yeah.
and said that Kenyatta must be free, Kenya must be free, and Africa must be free.
The land is ours.
The land is ours.
Yeah.
So he fought for the freedom of Kenya.
Yeah.
He also fought for the freedom of other African countries still under colonial rule. He's among the first pioneers of that formed the Organization of the African Unity
The
in
independence
1963.
of all.
Yes, that decided that all other countries that had not obtained their independence must get independence.
Should need to
Yes.
obtain it.
So he is among some of the Pan-Africanists that we still look up to today, that still inspire us today to fight for our freedom, to fight against disease, to fight illiteracy. We get more people educated, and to fight poverty.
I see. So an inspiration not just for Kenya, but
Yes.
like all over Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I have to mention this since I am very much into arts and film.
All right.
So Lupita
Nyong'o. That is another famous one.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Why don't
have
you
to
say
mention-
something about that one?
Lupita Nyong'o is the first Kenyan actress to win an Oscar. So you should be very proud of her.
I am.
But she's the second African actress. But then the first of Kenyan country. but
Yes,
the second,
yes, from Kenya.
Yeah, from Africa. And also there's another Kenyan singer I want to mention is Dovuku. Dovuku. He creates like a new type of genre called gengetoni. Yeah, gengetoni, the music.
Gengetoni is like saying the gangsters from the ghetto.
Really? Oh,
Yes,
I see.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the music is very upbeat. And
Yes.
this is like a
Yes,
rap.
yeah.
So the song, this one, no Kenyans would, like, it's impossible for Kenyans to not hear this song. Is Dobuniku. Dobuniku. Everyone
Yes.
listens to this song.
Wale wamesoma ndio sampuli ya homology, hata reproduction pia si topic kwa biology, bora kuna chemistry Pamela can just follow me, vile ndovu kubwa noma sana nyakabuogo.
Yeah, so they blend rap with reggaeton and dance hall with high energy
Yes.
dance ready. Because actually African music inspired a lot of countries throughout their history. Like I was just at the Brazil with ambassador.
Yeah.
They said they got a lot of like
Yeah,
their
samba.
music-
Samba is from Africa.
Yes, exactly. So
Yes, reggae from Africa.
yeah, so the rest of the world would be like no music if
Yeah.
there weren't Africa.
Whatever music there is
Yeah,
around the world,
around-
there's always something African in it.
It's claimed by Africa. already,
Yes,
So you're
yes,
already listening to
yes,
African
yes.
music all along. That is all for this week, for this Q&A and also this week's episode with Meet Ambassador, with Ambassador of Kenya, Ambassador Kiptiness. Thank you very much for joining us and stay tuned for the next week episode who will be meeting next. So, ขอบคุณมากนะคะ
Thank you so much.
Bye.
I invite all of you to Kenya.
Come to Kenya.
Yes, yes.
Hakuna Matata,
Hakuna
Kenya.
Matata.